princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about some simple steps to help introduce some actives into your skincare routine. So my first tip is to start using sunscreen on a daily basis before you even buy your first actives. Sunscreen is really important because the sun does damage your skin, and if you're using products like AHA, your skin is going to be more sun sensitive for up to a week. So if you only use your actives at nighttime, your skin is still more susceptible to UV damage than it was before. Now, I'm not saying that you are going to step foot into the sun and melt your skin off. It's absolutely not that, but a lot of actives are used for anti-aging and making your skin look better. So why would you then go and damage it with UV rays? It just seems very counterproductive. So getting into a good habit of applying your sunscreen every morning is going to be great before you start using your actives. My second tip is to make sure that your moisture barrier is in good condition. So your moisture barrier is basically responsible for keeping moisture in your skin and keeping bad bacteria out. A moisture barrier that is stripped is going to become more sensitive, slower to heal, and more prone to breakouts. So adding an active exfoliating ingredient to that is just going to make your skin more sensitive and more prone to breakouts. So making sure your skin is in really good condition in terms of hydration and its moisture barrier is always going to be good before you start your actives. My third tip is going to be choosing the right actives for you. Now this is going to be the hardest one because there are a fair few different types of active ingredients out there. So in general, an AHA works on the top layer of your skin, whereas a BHA works underneath your skin, kind of. So if you're wanting help with acne, blackheads, clogged or enlarged pores, you should choose a BHA. If you're wanting help with firmness, smoother skin and wrinkles, you should choose an AHA. If you're wanting help with anti-aging, retinols are a really good choice, but they are not really a beginner active, so I'm not going to go too far into retinols. The most common BHA is salicylic acid, but there are quite a few AHAs to choose from. The most common AHA you'll probably find is glycolic acid, and this has the smallest molecular structure. This allows it to be the most effective on the skin, but also potentially the most irritating. The second most common acid is lactic acid, and this has a medium-sized molecular structure. It is bigger than glycolic acid, but smaller than mandelic acid. Lactic acid is milk-derived, and it is highly recommended for people with sensitive skin. Mandelic acid is the least common one, and it is best for acne-prone skin, and it has the biggest molecular structure. The bigger molecular structure means that it takes longer to work on the skin, but it's also the least irritating. It also has antibacterial and antimicrobial effects. So the next step, once you've got your actives, is how to layer them or where to put them in your routine. The general rule is the product with the lowest pH is applied first because your skin starts off at a low pH and then it slowly rises up to its regular pH as your skincare routine progresses. The only time that you would break this rule is if your active is in a carrier that is non-polar solvent, like an oil. The reasoning behind that is that the next product will not be able to penetrate the layer of what you've just put on it, so there's no point in using a second active after that one. To be honest, I think that as a beginner, you shouldn't really be layering your products at all. Ideally, you would do them either in the morning or at night or alternating the two, rather than having a BHA and then an AHA and then something else over top of that, because it does get confusing. Your actives should also go on freshly cleansed skin, but you can use a pH adjusting toner before you use your actives too. The use of pH adjusting toners is debatable. Some people think that a product should be formulated to work straight on the skin, whereas others think that using a pH adjusting toner brings your skin down in the pH, so lower down in the pH, so that your active can work better. It all depends on what you feel works best for you, because your skin is going to be different from my skin or anybody else's. My last tip for actives is to introduce one at a time and slowly. If you introduce two actives at the same time and one has negative effect, how are you going to know which one is not working for you? It's also important to start slowly, using the product 2, maybe 3 times a week max to start off with, so that you don't over exfoliate your skin. There's another really important step because that will damage your moisture barrier too, which is going to make you more acne prone and you can break out from that. So start slowly, know your skin's tolerance, and then work your way up from there. A bonus tip that I had never thought of but discovered when I was starting out with actives is if you shave your face, like if you're like me and you are taking acne medication, which means you cannot wax anything, if you shave your eyebrows or like your mustache, don't apply actives on top of that. It really hurts. You would think that there would be common sense, but obviously it wasn't, because I did try that and it was painful. Your actives should never be painful. A slight tingling is fine, but if you are in pain, wash them off. And that is it for my super simple steps to start adding some actives into your skincare routine. I hope this was helpful, and if you guys have any comments or questions, do leave them down below and I will do my best to help you out. But I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!